Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to another episode of the Junk House podcast. I am your host, Matt, and I am joined by Jacob.
Oh, well, we survived another year around the sun. Yay.
Wabby.
What's up, guys?
Long time. And Peter.
Skull and Bones wins, are we right?
I just heard Skull and Bones and something about a riot.
Skull and Bones wins or we riot.
Oh, I'm with you now, sorry.
I'll translate for you.
Yes, I might need that. So, welcome.
Go full Scots on you? Oh, are you okay?
Don't team up on me, for God's sake. Welcome back. It's been a while again, hasn't it? It's been another while. We're very few and far between with these casting pods, I tell you. But we have all been busy. It has been Christmas. We've got another exciting podcast for you today because we are going back to 2024. That's right, all the way back to a month and a half ago to look at our Game of the Years. Well, Game of the Year in the general sense, sorry, not Game of the Years. But anyway, yes. So, but first, it's been that long. We need to catch up. Who's been what? Why's been where? How are we feeling? Who's got naked? Me. But anyway, that's a different story. So let's carry on. Also, what's going to be coming up in the future? We have some tales to tell. So, let's crack on. Pete, tell us. What have we been doing? What have we been playing? How are you feeling? Because I hear you're a little bit tender in the back situation.
No, my back's staying fantastic, actually.
Is it? Go on then, do some jumping jacks.
Absolutely not, I'll die. It was awful yesterday. I literally couldn't move my neck to the right.
I hate days like that. I hate when you do something daft and then it's like, yeah, I'm not going that way, no.
I get that way after playing squash sometimes.
Oh, really? Oh, dear.
I think it's trying to fish the ball out of that back corner that Dad puts it in.
Yeah, your dad is evil when it comes to that bit.
It's not evil, he's strategic. He's trying for the win.
He's clever, is what he is. He's clever, he's
He
good.
likes to toy with us.
Yes, he does. He does take the mickey.
He's too competitive.
You could tell he's a Davy.
He lets me win, just not Matt.
Yeah, he has admitted that. He's like, well, I've got to go nicer on the daughter. No, you haven't. If you're horrible to me, be horrible to her. Sorry, Pete.
Okay, I played squash once. It was... I think the only other time I've got a bigger workout was when I played basketball once. It's an intense sport, squash.
Intense is the right word, yeah.
Yeah, it is, yeah. But
I think it's like... Maybe swimming is like the most, but like... After that, it gets pretty close between a couple of sports. Just any sport where you use your entire body constantly.
That's most of them, innit?
Well, no, like you don't use your arms for football a lot.
Well, you use them to help you
have to
run.
swing them when you're running, yeah.
Yeah, if you try to run with your arms tied by your side, I will laugh.
Yeah, but there's a difference between running with your arms and then trying to hit a badminton with your arms. There's a difference in the amount of power and energy you're using.
There's a lot of lunging in squash as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or running into the wall.
But your muscles absolutely love when you lunge.
Mm-hmm.
At least you've got a wall to stop you tripping over.
It's good for your glutes.
Yeah.
Glute!
What were we talking about the last time we were playing? I don't know, I played a bunch of stuff. You go, I don't know.
I'll give you a few moments, then, shall I? I'll give you a few moments. Okay, so...
I remembered.
Right.
Too much. Although, I did play the Monster Hunter Wilds beta this weekend.
Okay, and?
Have you played Monster Hunter before?
I have. Well, not a massive go. I've had some sneak plays. It's not really my cup of tea, if I'm honest with you.
If it's not your cup of tea, then I don't think you should get Wilds.
Okay.
It is very much
more of the same.
Yeah. They are hitting the hits, shall we say. Which I didn't think I'd like Monster Hunter, but I played through Worlds and absolutely loved it. So I skipped Rise, and I think I'm maybe it's about time I get back in. This seems cool.
Okay. That's one day. You say that's the beta you've been playing?
Yeah.
So when?
The full game isn't out until the end of the month.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, when's the actual game out?
Yeah, and this is a stacked month as well.
A stacked month, what, of games, or just, you're just busy in life?
Oh, with games, I mean.
Oh, okay.
Have to have a look, actually.
Okay, yeah, I'm not sure.
So, well, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is already out. That came out on Tuesday.
Yeah, I'm interested in that.
Yeah. And then there's Civilization that's out, I think, next week. And then a few days after that, Yakuza, the pirate game, is out.
I thought that's
Have
already
any of
out,
them on
isn't
Game
it?
Pass.
Yeah, they're like a dragon pirate game. Yeah, and then end of the month is Monster Hunter. And that's just this month. And there might be something else that's sneaking in, like a smaller game.
A sneaky small game.
Yeah, it seems like everything that didn't release in November last year is releasing now.
Okay. Well, typical.
It's a trilogy getting released in less than a week's time.
What is it?
Is there?
A trilogy of remastered games, yeah. Tomb Raider.
That would be the small thing I was thinking of.
Ah, okay.
I know there was something.
Well, there we go. Well, that spoilt one thing then. Has it spoilt it? I don't think so. I think I mentioned that a while ago, actually. Yeah, there was a trilogy. But anyway. Nice one. Thanks, Pete. So, Monster Hunter's on your agenda then at the moment.
Avowed! That's the other game.
Oh.
How about
Yeah.
that?
Yeah,
Is that this month?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
the 18th.
So is it just Avowed that's on Game Pass, or any of these, like, do I have to buy Kingdom Come Deliverance?
Yeah, you have to buy Kingdom Come. I think it's just Avowed. I can't think any others would be. Civ wouldn't be. Monster Hunters definitely isn't. I can't imagine Yakuza. Although the other, like a Dragon Gate, it might come there eventually, but not at release. So yeah, just Avowed. But I do want to play that because I love that studio, and if Bethesda aren't going to give us a Skyrim game, then I'll take one from City.
They keep teasing us with one, but it's just going to be another re-release of Skyrim. Let's face it.
Next gen, baby. Yeah.
To be fair, the releases have been better than the last two outfits.
That's true.
Yeah, but wasn't a fan of Fallout 4, and let's say it was Starfield the better.
Nah.
I didn't even play Starfield.
You didn't miss out.
No, I gathered that.
Yeah, I got through the first tutorial, did the first building essentially, and picked up I think about 3 guns, and I was over encumbered. And I was like, I can't believe you're I can't believe you've done this. I can't believe we are in the year 2023 and you're still doing this, Bethesda. Come on.
I think they think people think it's like part of their charm or something, but I think patience is wearing a bit thin now.
Yeah, 14 years ago you got away with that. You're not getting away with it anymore. People have stepped up the game. You going where you were all that time back, it's not cutting it anymore. But yeah, I've rambled enough, so.
No, that's all right. It's all right. We'll slowly move on. So, Abby, what have we been doing?
Well, I haven't been playing many games this month. A bit of Helldivers 2 on and off. But I suppose since we last met around Christmas, I played an awful lot of Astrobot. So, yeah, I think I Astrobotted myself out and then had a gaming break. But at the moment, I'm mostly going out and running when I'm not working or like eating or various other things.
Yes, we can.
So, yeah, gaming has taken a hit.
We can come to that in a bit, can't we?
Yes.
Yes. So life again has got in the bloody way. How dare life get in the way of games?
I mean, I suppose ultimately it's good for us, isn't it? But, it means going outside.
I know, there's people out there. I have to see people and like talk to them. Somebody tried to touch me and I just didn't like it.
I have been watching stuff, actually, though. I watched Squid Game Season 2.
Oh.
Well, it should be Season 2, Part 1, really. Season 3 isn't really Season 3, but anyway. And I'm also watching Severance at the moment, which is one of my favourite shows.
Oh, I need to watch that. A lot of people saying about it again.
It's a slow burn, but it is really, really good. You have to. It's one of those shows you have to pay attention to, so don't put it on in the background, else you'll probably miss a load of stuff.
Oh, do you know what? I've been trying to do that with Yellowstone. I've watched the first 3 episodes like 5 times, and I'm still like, because I've just not paid attention.
Yeah, I tried to watch Yellowstone and I got bored.
Yeah. But apparently you stick with it, it does get good, is what I keep being told.
Okay.
So.
Well, for me, for Severance, like I was kind of hooked from the first episode and just binged the whole of the first season. Oh. So hopefully you get into that one a bit more.
Ah, good then. Oh, busy.
Yeah, and I watched Nosferatu the other day and thought it was a bit poop.
Oh, yes, I remember you saying that.
Yeah, like, well, I can kind of get why people think it's really good and why it's like Oscar worthy, but to me, it's just a bit too arty-farty, I think is how I described it.
Well, we do have a certain genre for our horror films.
Mm.
Yes,
Would
we only.
Call it,
Sorry, go on.
It was too highbrow.
Too highbrow.
I was going to ask, would you class that film as maybe an Oscar bait or not?
Yeah, it is.
Ah, okay.
So you know it's going to be crap then?
Well, some Oscar films can be good, but some I just think that there's just a very particular style of film that usually is popular with the Oscars.
I think it's been quite a while since I've seen a good Oscar film.
The Substance got nominated for a couple, I think. That's really good.
That's a hell of a film.
That was batshit crazy.
one that won though. Yeah.
What best film?
Yeah.
Well, I haven't followed the Oscars since like Lord of the Rings won. To be honest, that was a while ago.
That was
more than 20 years ago.
I'm not a massive fan of Lord of the Rings.
Ugh.
Yeah. Right, let's get off that train before I upset some people.
Wait, the Oscars haven't happened yet, so the Substance should stay. Might still win it.
Oh,
Is it up for best film?
Best picture, yeah. So it's going up against Conclave, Dune 2, and some others as well. Wicked as well.
I've heard Wicked is really good, but I don't do musicals, so I haven't watched it yet.
I don't mind a good musical.
Oh, you should watch Wicked then.
Oh, well,
It's really good.
It's on my list. It's on my list. My problem is I seem to have gone backwards, and I'm rewatching some stuff that I like, which I'll come back to. So,
okay.
But well,
that's me done.
Busy. Thank you, Jacob. Talk to me. No, I mean talk to me. I don't mean.
Yeah. Yeah, that Borderlands has been nominated for multiple awards.
Of what?
The Razzies.
Yeah. Because I looked at it and it's been how many nominations? Got 6.
Wow.
There's only one film that's got more than that, and that was the Joker film. But yeah, it's been nominated for Worst Picture, Worst Director, Worst Actor, Worst Actress, Worst Supporting Actor twice. So
wow.
And Worst Screen Combo.
That's 2 hours of my life I'll never get back.
Yeah.
I regretted every minute I watched that. And
whose idea was this?
Yeah, whose idea?
Whose idea?
I'm pretty sure it was the youngest in the room. Yes. We do blame you.
Yeah, I get blamed for nearly everything, so...
Well, we blame you for this anyway. You know, Pete was not happy with you in the slightest.
No, neither was I, but... Hey, who's complaining anyway? But
well, you were.
I just said he got nominated for multiple awards. Oh, yeah.
Well, Helldivers movie. That'll be another one that we can
behave.
cry about. Did you not know there's a Helldivers movie?
No, I generally didn't.
Well, I think it's just been greenlit, so it's a while away.
Oh, for God's sake. As long as Kevin Hart's not in it, we'll be okay.
Yeah, but...
Well, just
You are? No, missed it.
Oh,
You know,
for-
Kevin, and play
Oh
Kevin
my
Hart's
God.
favourite role, Kevin Hart.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Right.
He could be in like the opening and then just immediately get killed, and then that would be perfect. And it would be quite on brand for Helldivers.
Yeah.
Well, he gets landed on by a reload pod. Anyway, sorry, Jacob. Carry
No,
on.
I was going to say get killed during basic training when learning how to do an orbital drop. But there you go. What games have I been doing? Well, been playing a lot of them just to take my mind off things. So played a couple of new games. Well, one's definitely new. Well, I can't even argue they're new. So I played the Dead Rising Remastered Deluxe, whatever it's called, but that's been fun. I remember the first game was just an absolute ball. It was fun, but an absolute balls ache with the escorting survivors because they were absolutely horrific. But it's a little bit better, but I'm not going to say it's amazing. You know, they've done a lot of fixes. It plays a lot better than the original, so I'd much rather play the remaster than go back to the 360 version. So that was good. And then recently I played Sniper Elite Resistance?
Oh yeah.
And it's good. I enjoyed it. If you played the other Sniper Elite games, it's basically the same. It's basically Sniper Elite 5, but just a standalone expansion. So if you played the fifth one and enjoyed it, then you're going to enjoy the expansion to that. So it's a good game. I've enjoyed it. It's not perfect. It's like the Elder Scrolls games where it can be a bit buggy in places, a bit clunky, but I still enjoy it. Then finally finished Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I've had that for bloody years and just never did anything with it. Well, I got so far and then just stopped. And then the way the start of this year has been going, I've been looking for as many distractions as possible. So finished that, did a bit of State of Decay 1, then played a bit of Doom 3, and then some other crap. So yeah.
Some other crap.
I'd be here ages if I went through all the games I played and then...
All right, Pete,
Also
calm
binge watch.
down.
And binge watch the TV shows as well, like, was it Skeleton?
Been a Skeleton Crew person as well.
Children annoying.
Yeah, they were a bit annoying, but I've seen worse.
Oh dear.
It's not the worst Star Wars show, I'll put it that way.
No, this is not.
I've kind of fallen out of love with it. The things like that. It's things like the Marvel bit and all the, there's just too much.
It's too much crap.
Yeah.
And that's it. And I've just sort of slightly given up with it all.
It's just too much Star Wars.
Mm.
There is one exception for later this year, which is Andor.
Yeah, but when you're batting like a 2 out of 8, 9 series they've released, that's not good odds.
Yeah.
Like The Mandalorian and Andor, that's it. The others have been from middling to awful.
Even though, the third series of Mandalorian was a bit of a step down compared to the previous 2 series. Ahsoka was good. That was all right.
I didn't mind Ahsoka. Like, it could have been, like, I'd say it was mid, but it was all right. And I will come back and watch season 2. Have you seen that they've recast Ray Stevenson as well?
Yes.
It's Rory McGrath, isn't it?
The
Yarp.
Yarp.
Yes.
Yarp. Narp.
No.
Narp.
Here's a movie.
I'm interested in the Daredevil show, and that's about it from Marvel projects at the moment.
Ugh.
Well, the new Captain America film's out soon, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I'm not really bothered about that either.
Funny enough, we saw that in the local cinema in the woods. It had a full-on Bridget Jones is like on all the time, and Captain America was on like twice. I was like, it just shows you how much people care about it now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe Disney's just pumping too much crap of it. Well, it's not just Star Wars; it's Marvel. There's just too much, and the quality is just very middling.
Nah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Disney Plus lost like 700,000 subscribers in a month,
Oh, what? Because they doubled the bloody price, didn't they?
and they put out shit content as well.
Yeah.
I think.
There's only one thing I'm looking forward to that, and that's the new Goosebumps.
Oh, I haven't actually watched that. I haven't watched Goosebumps since like there was a show about it in like the 90s.
The last season with Justin Long in it, it was really good. I quite liked it. So this one's got David Schwimmer. So
Wasn't there a film that came out sort of recently for it?
a few years ago on it with Jack Black. He did that too. That was all right. The first one was all right. Second one was Bob.
There was a second one.
Yeah, exactly.
I was going to ask that same question. Jesus.
So apparently Disney Plus is actually an interesting thing on that, because I heard the lost 700,000 subscribers thing as well, and then I looked at various other headlines for it, and some of the ones were that they lost 700,000 but gained 800,000 in America,
Right.
and their earnings were increased by 44%.
Boo.
Sorry, go on.
I was just going to say I will keep it. Partly because Dad uses my cat. But that's going to climb down to some stage, but they haven't now. But I'm waiting. Well, I kind of want to see what Alien Earth is going to be like.
Is that the TV show?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm interested in that.
Well, I've still got it because of when we went to Disney, we got a year's free subscription. So,
Okay.
yeah,
So you
so
might as well just binge your way through everything on there.
that's what I mean. So I've still got it at the moment. I mean, don't get me wrong, I can still get it all, but I've still got everything at the moment. But, yeah, I'm just very... I don't know. I don't know. With that. Disappointing. But
Netflix has just gone up by £2 as well, so they're starting to test my patience with how much I'm willing to pay for.
yeah.
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 I love that, a decade ago everybody cancelled their cable because streaming was much better and you get more for it, and now you're paying more than you were paying for
Yeah,
cable.
we all hung up our pirate hats.
Actually, I didn't. And with things like Netflix, I get it in with my package, so I don't even pay for it. Well, I do, but not separately.
You get it, I was going to say, you get it as part of your internet, don't you, with Netflix?
Get it part of my internet and TV deal. With TV, I also get movies and sport. So to be honest, the price I pay, I'm on with an absolute winner. So I'll take that as a bonus. So, well, busy. It's been busy, Jacob. It's been busy.
It's been something, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. We can discuss later. That's not a problem. It's not a problem. So me, what have I've actually been playing games as well. Now I know that's a little bit like, he don't normally play a lot of games, but I've been playing a few. I still haven't finished Indie, which is annoying, actually. I wish I had done, but I hadn't had a chance. But I have been playing other things. I've gone backwards in time. I bought myself a PS2.
And that's exciting.
Well, I got to, obviously I've now got my my office and cinema room, so I've got lots of space to play things, a little bit more time as well. So I was like, so I bought myself PS2. I've bought myself a few games. I got GTA Vice City. I've got the Simpsons game, of course, because I am mental. I got myself Medal of Honor Frontline. I love that game. And the game that I have been playing is The Getaway.
I don't know that one.
You know,
Although I didn't have a PS2, so I'm not with the times. Well, I wasn't.
Know of it, but never played it.
proper pure English game. That is, it's all set in London.
Okay.
And it's basically your I don't know if it's his wife or girlfriend or whatever, sort of accidentally gets killed whilst they're trying to kidnap your son, and then you're being made to do stuff. You're like an ex-gangster, and you're being made to do stuff by a rival gang. around, you know, to go and cause problems and such things like that. And it's just pure English. Like when you hear all the dialogue for it, it's great. Love it.
Like Cockney geezers.
Yeah, basically, yes. Some stuff you probably wouldn't hear nowadays in general as well, either on TV or in games, because it might not be quite correct, shall we say.
Not as socially acceptable nowadays.
Exactly. But it is such a fun game. You'll have to have a go on it when you come next time and see.
We've got a PS2 as well now with a load of games. We just haven't got around to setting it up yet. So.
Do you know what? Well, as I said to you, you probably know a very, very popular app page where I get a lot of my stuff from now. Mm-hmm. It's on there, and I got it for £1.50.
Okay.
So I won't name that particular app, but I'll tell people afterwards. It's very good. So, but no, I've been playing all of that, and I've also been on playing some more Helldivers and World of Warships. World of Warships. No,
Have
never
you played that before, or is this the first time?
No, that was the first time last week that I actually played it. I've played what was the other one? The World of Aircraft or Planes or what? I don't know.
As well, the tanks, isn't it? Or...
I've not played tanks, but I think there's a plane one. I'm sure there's a plane.
Right.
I'm sure I played that many years ago. But World of Warships, I've been playing. To be honest, and it's all right. It took me about 3 or 4 hours to actually get the hand of it, to actually realise what I was doing and how I did it, and why I couldn't shoot, because my guns hadn't quite come round enough. So
they're quite a steep learning curve.
Yeah, it was for me. And then I realised that when you crash into other boats, you do die.
Oh.
Yeah. So, note to self: don't do that.
Does it kill the other ship though, or not?
Yes, oh yeah, absolutely. I did kamikaze the bastard.
Well, that's what happens. You're losing the bastard. You know it's lost. You go, all right, sod it. Let's just ram it.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, hey, winner, chicken dinner. So I was quite happy with that. But no, it's good. So I've actually been playing a few games. I was quite surprised myself. Oh, and I've been playing, because take my daughter to dance sometimes. I've still been on Hogwarts as well. On the Steam Deck. I am, yes, and it plays really well on the Steam Deck. It's so smooth.
That's good.
Yeah, so it's definitely worth it. It really is. I've tried to give my daughter Switch to play, but she's just not bothered.
No.
Yeah.
It might not be such a bad thing if she's not getting into gaming, because it's not the cheapest of hobbies.
It's not, and a lot of my friends with their kids have been all like, oh, yeah, it's probably the worst thing we sort of did, because all they want to do is go on that, and thankfully she's just not a technology person. She can't even turn the telly on, so I'm happy with that.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Or she might end up being like her mum and just a bit dim, but we'll wait and see. No, I didn't say
nice.
that. I didn't say that. I don't mean that.
Don't know where that came from.
Well, no, neither do I, to be honest. Neither do I. No. Luckily, she doesn't listen to us. Otherwise, I'll probably have myself castrated or something like that. So, nah. And what I've been watching? All sorts of rubbish, to be honest. I finished House just before Christmas. That was good. I always enjoyed a bit of Hugh Laurie. But actually, I've been re-watching Line of Duty.
Oh.
I don't like how it ended.
No.
We watched Cobra Kai as well, didn't we, over the Christmas period?
Yes, that's my anticipated ending this year, because we've got that, I think, in June.
Yes, part 3 of the final season.
Yeah, thank God, which is annoying. So I can't wait for that. But no, I hated how Line of Duty ended, and to be honest, I've got 2 episodes until I finished it all again. It was just, I was doing something. I say doing something. I was doing my puzzle, because I'm an 80-year-old man. At home. That's right. I got a puzzle years ago, and it was a Back to the Future one, and I decided, you know what, I need to do this. I started it. 2 hours in, I instantly regretted it. But the problem is, because I've started it, I've got to bloody finish it. How long?
Yeah.
Do you know how long it took me? 5 weeks.
How big was it? Was it like 500 pieces?
1,000 pieces.
All right.
And a lot of it is like all the same. It's like a lot of black.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, and
I like puzzles.
Oh, I do sometimes, but I must admit, I was getting to a point where something's going to be thrown, and I won't be happy. But I finally finished it, and it's now hanging proudly, framed in my cinema room.
Oh, very nice.
So I'm happy with that. And then I started my Lego.
Ooh, what's that?
I've got Captain America shield.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, so the thing is when you're doing something, you want something on in the background, but something you don't have to concentrate on. That's where I made the mistake with Yellowstone. And so I watched it a few times. I thought, do you know what? Sod this. I put Line of Duty on. And because I already know
Sometimes
it.
it's just nice to watch something familiar, isn't it?
Yeah. So I do need to. And the next one that I want to start, though, which I haven't watched, I know other people have, is From.
Yeah, I like From.
Yeah, so I need to watch. That is my next one. I did start watching Squid Games, the second season, but I just got bored too easily. The first couple of episodes, I was thinking, "Oh, come on, I'm bored of this now."
Yeah, like it takes a little bit to get going.
Yeah,
there's a lot before what you actually want to see, without spoiling anything.
No, I can see, because I think I've watched about 4, maybe 5 episodes, and I can see why when they actually into the game, you can see why. Yeah, so I was like, okay, but I just got a bit bored of it, so I just haven't bothered carrying it on yet. But I will.
It is worth watching.
I will at some point.
If I'm building Lego, you just want something noise in the background. I can't do complete silence. So
No, I'm saying
if it's just like I said, if it's just something you just don't want to watch and just want some noise, I'll put something like Taskmaster on. I've watched the series, and you don't need to focus anything on it. It's adequate noise for it, just to take away the silence.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I have been leaks that apparently there should be a celebrity A-lister on the next one.
They have released the cast if you're interested.
Have they?
Yeah, so the one... Oh, hang on. The A-lister celebrity, I'm guessing, is... Have you watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine at all?
Yeah.
Do you remember the... what's his name? Detective Pimento? That really weird... crazy detective that appeared every so often. He did undercover stuff for a bit.
Is it one with like the weird crazy hair?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yes. Is
so
it?
Yeah, it's him.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, it was an undercover bit for it. Yeah, and then he's got this like crazy like afro curly hair, hasn't he? In it.
Yep.
Yes, I know.
Yep, that's him.
I know who you mean. I know. So, right. Sorry. So that's us. That's a lot of waffle for half an hour. But there's a lot to catch up on, because none of us have really sort of done this for a while, have we? We've all been really busy. We've all been really busy with Christmas and things like that, and playing games and watching telly, and I suppose work in the middle of it all as well, which spoils the fun. But
it does.
It has to be done. So before we do carry on, in 2 weeks' time, there is our annual Game Blast, which we'll be doing, which should be lots of fun, lots of laughs, and probably some headaches from lots of tiredness and some sugary Red Bull, whatever we have to keep us going this time.
I like to run on pure stubbornness.
I need to pop down to my local and see what drink I'm going to get this time. What is it? Soup Dragon, or what was the other one I got last year? Super
Wasn't
Hooch.
Oh yeah, Super Hooch.
Super Hooch. So we'll be doing it again, and it's all in aid of special effects. Choked on something. It's all in aid of special effect. If you haven't heard of them, it's good to have a read of them on the internet. Basically, they help a lot of disabled people who want to play games but can't with your normal conventional controllers and such things. So they actually look and design one specifically for that type of disability. So It is really, really good charity to help and in aid of. Abby can talk about it a bit more because actually her work is sponsoring it as well.
Yeah, so I had to talk about it in our all hands meeting last week, so that wasn't at all nerve-wracking. But I think one of the takeaways I get from them is it's not just about like gaming, like they help people with like communication as well. So they've got, I think it's called eye gaze, so technology that allows people to communicate or game with literally just eye movement. And they've got a whole sort of library of games that support that as well. So like say if somebody like woke up after a serious accident and literally was completely paralyzed, through the technology that they've got, they can get people sort of up and communicating ASAP. And also what I really like about them as well is obviously everything is provided for completely free, and they will support people for life as well. So if people have sort of degenerative diseases like muscular dystrophy, they'll continue to support them as see their disabilities advance and change, and they'll keep adapting what they do for people. So yeah, it's a really good cause, I think, and quite a small charity as well. They're not really that sort of well known, are they?
Not really, no. They're not. They're not like your cancer researchers or such things like that. So they're not wildly mainstream. So they do run off quite a lot of things like what we're doing. Like Game Blast is a very big thing. So there's lots of people from around the country that do it, isn't there? And then
it's the UK's biggest annual gaming charity event.
And that's what that's a lot of what they get it from. And this year, Abby and myself are actually doing a couple of extra things.
Well, I think Tony's joining us for one. I can't leave him out.
No, absolutely not. No, yeah. So Tony's hopefully going to join us for a one as well. So one of those, which is in April, on April the 6th.
6th, I think. Yep. Yeah, the Sunday.
April the 6th, and that is the 10K in Lincoln. So I did this last year just for fun. Never run 10K before in my life, really, apart from I did 2 actual 10K stints before it, and I'd only just started running 3 months before, and I thought, oh, why not? I'll give it a go. and yeah, did it. And then I think Abby started running halfway through the year last year, didn't you? And then it's like, I want to do that.
May last year, yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, I want to do that next year. And it's like, well, let's do it for this then. So.
And then we just had to take it a step further as well. And we're like, why not just do the half marathon as well?
Yes.
So that is on the 5th of October.
So.
I have, the furthest I've run is 12K, and half marathon is what? 21.1.
Jesus.
So we've got a little way to go, yeah.
I've not even run 12K. Never. So I think the longest I run is about 11.2. So
well, that's it. That's like halfway there.
Yeah. So basically, it's 2 10Ks and a bit. That's exactly what. Because I know one of my friends who joined me for the 10K last year, because he was going to be doing a half marathon like a month later, and he goes, "Oh, I've got this." He goes, "Do you reckon you could do that again plus a little bit?" I was like, "No." This year, I've got no choice.
Well, it's in October, so we've got lots of time, haven't we? I've got my half marathon training plan on Garmin, so hopefully that will help.
Absolutely.
And I think I need some more running shoes as well.
Yeah, definitely will do for that. It's I'm concentrating on me 10K because I think me and Abby have got slightly different thoughts for the 10K of what we want to achieve.
Well, I just want to finish. I don't really care.
No, fair enough. Yeah, that was my aim last year. I just want to finish, and that this year I'm sort of aiming for around the hour mark. So it just shows you my actual ability. So it isn't great compared to a lot of people, but it's an ability nonetheless. So, and then the half marathon, is just surviving.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. That's going to be a toughie, but we'll do it. We'll manage it. So that's it. That is this year. So there's a lot to do. So join us in 2 weeks. We'll be on both YouTube and on Twitch. which will be lots of fun. So on Twitch, it will be on Abby's account, which is, I always forget this.
Soundbook_C17.
There we go. Yep, that was it. It's been a while since I said it, so forgot. And then on YouTube, it'll be here on Jumpcratch. So feel free to come in, drop in. There'll be all of the donation bits if you want to. Give anything, that'd be lovely. That'd be great. We'll be here for 24 hours from 8 a.m. on the 22nd.
Yeah.
Yep, until 8 a.m. on 23rd. And we will not stop. We will be tired. One of us may be a bit grumpy. There are 4 of us doing it with the mix of, as our Pete joining for a bit.
Yeah, Pete's coming in here and there.
Yeah.
And we've got the podcast section as well.
Absolutely. So it would be lots of fun. So please join us and come and see what we do. Or, we'll see what we do. That'd be the thing.
Another quiz is our podcast episode.
And there is a podcast quiz, yes. I need to check that Tony's all good to go on that, or at least making progress on it.
Yeah, hopefully it's not
Tony
too hard.
will be our quiz master.
Hopefully it's not too hard.
I can't promise anything.
Okay. Because I know it's easy being the quiz master, because when you do the questions, you do actually look at it and you think, oh no, it's not bad, because I did the last one we did. Oh, that's not too bad. But obviously on the other hand, actually it's quite hard. So
And we'll probably be quite tired because I think this will be at like the 12-hour mark.
yes,
Well, we shouldn't be too bad. It's usually once we get to about 18 hours, I start to get a bit sleepy.
it's normally past that normal. Like even if you're having a long like day and you're going to bed late, like it's after that like 1 o'clock mark, sort of thinking I should normally go into bed now.
I was going to say 3 o'clock.
Okay. Then I'm buggered a little bit more before you then. So, but right. Sorry. So yes, next 2 weeks time, join us, please. 22nd, we will be here. We will now move on slightly to Game of the Year 24. All fun. I was trying to do a really like vigorous voice, but I was kind of swallowing at the same time, so it didn't help.
Lovely.
Yeah, I know. Sorry.
TMI.
Wait, what? Yeah, all right, I'm carrying on. So
Too much information.
yeah, I know what that means. I'm not a complete donkey. I am sorted down with the kids in it. So
TMI.
Jesus.
right, on that note. So, Game of the Year 24. I think we've all been playing a vast amount of games. Probably a couple of us more than others. I'm not the biggest for AA listers or brand new ones. But I have played a couple this time, actually. I was quite proud of myself. So, I'm actually, he's going to hate me for this, I'm actually going to hand it over to Pete to talk about a few. And then we'll go around and then we can start putting them in order of what we think is our Game of the Year.
Yeah, sure. What one do you want me to talk about?
Well, let's
I kind of lined up a top 4, if that helps.
I've got a top 2.
Is that your only 2?
Maybe. Maybe. Yes, it is. I have played lots of games. They just haven't been released in 2024.
I have a
There's
top
a lot
game.
of Game Pass. You don't have any excuse.
Actually, yeah.
Yes, Game Pass, yes, but time, no.
Well, I can't help you there.
Sorry, Jacob, you have a what?
I was going to say, I have an overall top game and sort of like maybe 3 or 4 honourable mentions, but that's about it.
3 or 4 honourable mentions. Have you got them categorised from, 5 to the best, or?
No, I just sort of got one overall game which I think's the best, and the other ones are just sort of like best in their category.
Okay.
Why don't we say the games that we think should be on the list? As in, like, we definitely think they should be on the list. And then once we've got that, we can go to, like, honourable mentions and try and work out a list from there.
Okay. I'll tell you what then, because I've got the shortest list. Shall I go first?
Sure.
Okay. So even though there's only 2 of them, it is so difficult to pick which one is the best. Because they're both, I think, most of us here have played them both quite a lot.
I think I know what these are going to be.
Oh, you know what these are going to be. And it's been really difficult. Now, the only reason I'm going to pick this one is because I've not completed it, but I binged it and I loved it. And it's even to the point of where I was allowed to play it, even with the wife in the room.
What a treat.
Absolutely. Oh, yes, it actually was. You don't understand how much of a treat it was. But that is Indiana Jones. And it was a fantastic game. Don't get me wrong, I've not actually completed it yet. But it was so much fun. I just absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved it. Graphically, it was really good. The gameplay was really good. The storyline was great as well. I was a massive fan. Now, I'm not going to give too much of it away because that's not fair. Because I know a couple of people here haven't played or finished it.
Better than any of the recent films, then.
By far, Jesus, God, my God, the last 2 films that have come out were absolute dog.
I haven't seen the most recent one. I refuse to acknowledge their existence.
Yeah, I wouldn't all.
I'd say it's an improvement over 4, but still nowhere near as good as the original 3.
No, but still, was it an improvement over 4?
They swang with monkeys.
Yeah, that image is burned onto my brain.
He survived a nuclear explosion in a
fridge.
Nuke the fridge.
Yeah.
The only good bit that I liked about number 4 was how it had the actual very first 5 minutes.
What, in the fridge?
No, not in the fridge. When it is
that's when they break into the army base, isn't it?
Well, it's when they're in Area 51 bit, wasn't it? You know,
I remember.
That's the only bit I liked of it. And then from there, it was a cliff fall. It really was.
It was just a CGI fest, and then at the end, aliens.
Aliens. But anyway, sorry, digress slightly. But yeah, Indy is my favourite. I'm sure we could talk more about that because I have a feeling it's going to be on maybe 1 or possibly 2 people's favourites as well. And my other one is a complete obvious one. Now, it feels like it was out donkeys ago, but it was pretty much this time last year, wasn't it? To be honest, and that's Helldivers 2.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so and I'd be very surprised if that's not on everybody's list. But anyway, that's just me, and we could talk more about that with everybody. I don't want to take up I'm going to say what are the 2 best ones, but anyway, still. So let's move on slightly. So Abby, I'll come to your one. Oh, sorry, Pete.
Skull and Bones.
Say that again.
So not Skull and Bones.
So
well,
Abby,
we haven't come to you yet. Pete,
yeah, so Abby, come on.
I assumed everybody had Skull and Bones in this.
Let's just ignore the Northerner. Okay.
The only quadruple A game on this list.
Exactly.
It's just too good for me.
The others were all triple A at best, and 40s in it. 4's better than 3. I'm sorry.
I don't even see that on your list.
There's a reason.
This is just way above all the other contenders.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it must be. It's on a different list.
I couldn't play it because I knew if I played it, I wouldn't be able to play any other video games. I had to abstain from it.
Is that because you would have thrown your computer out the window?
I'd have thrown something at the window.
So, sorry. Right, Abby, moving on.
So I would like to submit Concord for Game of the Year. And what else was there? That Suicide Kill the Justice League new season that came out. What else was there that was... It was the Gollum game last year.
I think it was 2 years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn it. What?
There was a Lord of the Rings game that came out this year, wasn't there? Or last year?
Yeah, the very tail end of last year, Minds of Moria came out.
Yeah, that was it.
I think it's fine for what I heard.
But no, so being slightly more serious. Oh yeah, Dustborn. I forgot about that. And Star Wars Outlaws. So good games. We're not doing Razzies. So I would like to throw in Space Marine 2 on top of Helldivers and Indie.
I think a lot of you guys played that, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you should as well.
I
Like,
know.
To me, it was like very much a callback to that sort of Xbox 360, PS3 era of gaming.
I must say though, like, I think games like that was expensive. Where the other two were like Indie was free with Game Pass, just to put it in there, and the Helldivers it was cheap for what it was.
It's the same price as Space Marine 2, I think.
Yeah, but when I got Helldivers, it was like £12.
Oh, I don't know how you got it that cheap.
Well, neither do
Was it in
I.
a Steam sale?
I got it from CD Keys.
Oh,
I think wasn't the RRP what's it £35 for Helldivers when it came out, but Space Marine 2 was close to 60 maybe.
I thought it was.
I didn't pay that. I thought I paid about 30 for Space Marine 2.
I think when I looked, it was like 40 odd quid. I think.
Maybe.
Oh, I don't know. Well, price aside,
Yeah, sorry.
because
Yeah.
that doesn't affect the quality of a game,
Oh no.
unless it's significantly overpriced, which I don't think it was. So yeah, Space Marine 2. I put an honourable mention in for Black Myth Wukong, although I'm very much stuck on it. It's too difficult for me. Well, I just need to grind a bit more. And also, I will put forward Astrobot, which was actually the game of the year, but it doesn't mean it has to be our game of the year. But having played it, I can fully understand why it won it.
Space.
And that's also difficult as well, more so than you think.
I must admit, it is one game. So I think I've even spoke to you about it, Anta. It's one game that I'd happily buy a PS5 to play.
Yeah, and I say it's worth it as well, like, especially obviously, like, I keep raving about the controller on the PS5 as well. Like, they really, really make good use of it in Astrobot.
No,
It's just such a wholesome game as well. I probably will replay it at some point as well.
No, that'd be good. That'd be good. So, well, thank you. We've got some good more mentions in there. Pete's got a massive list, so I'm going to go to Jacob first.
Is there any rules for nominations, or does it just have to come out last year?
It has
Just for last year, and probably not early access. We'll see.
no. Yeah.
Okay, so I will. Well, okay, so I'll throw in Dead Rising Remaster because they actually. Well,
I was also going to say maybe not a remaster.
okay, fine. It could be an honourable mention then because it was actually. It actually made the game more enjoyable than when I first played it. So I'll just mention it. I will be a complete sellout and say Call of Duty Black Ops 6. I know, but I stopped playing them years ago just because I couldn't keep up with it, and it just became much the same. And what helped with Black Ops 6 was it was on Game Pass. I didn't have to pay for it, but the whole army direction, that's fun. I just suck at multiplayer, and everybody's so much better at it now, so I can't keep up anymore. Hellblade 2. That's I played the first one, really enjoyed it. The second one, I enjoyed just as much. The only thing that held me back was the hardware demands for the PC, because it tanked everything I had. Oh god! But I moved it over to the Xbox, and it played smoothly. It just didn't look as good. What else? Just for a chill out game, Little Kitty Big City, I enjoyed. It was a nice, simple game.
Are these all your honourable mentions?
If I just don't want anything that's too strenuous and demanding, then I could play that. Yeah, but I think that's about it for now. I'd have to go through the rest of the list to see what else actually came out last year.
Okay. So
See, that's why I keep a list. Because I'd have forgotten like 60% of my list. I hadn't written it all down.
Yeah, I had to go through what released last year and then kind of shortlist it from there.
see, my list is on one hand.
When did Jedi Survivor come out? Was that last year or year before?
No.
Yeah, that was
A while ago.
years ago now,
Yeah.
I think that was just for the Xbox One and PlayStation 4. Okay.
It was Outlaws that came out last year.
Yeah, and then there's that mobile game as well that came out. Oh, Marvel Rivals. That was quite good.
Yeah, I have it downloaded. Well, I've done my usual thing of downloading a game and not playing it.
Yep, I know that feeling.
Rivals is really good.
Yeah, I have heard good things about it.
Especially it's one of those, was it free to play fighter games, which when you got, well, other free to play games like Apex Legends or all that, it's it's quite hard for it to get established, but I quite enjoyed it. Unlike, well, X to Fight on the other hand, I enjoyed that game, don't get me wrong, but that's getting shut down in June.
Yeah, my understanding was, like, because Tony's played a bit of it, that it's not a bad game, it just can't get a foothold in the market.
No, it isn't. It's fun. I enjoyed it, but it just doesn't really add anything. It's just, yeah, like I said, it's just meh.
Boo.
And just for a wild card out there, I know it shouldn't get nominated, but in a similar vein to, was it Goat Simulator? You got Squirrel with a Gun. It's fun.
That sounds
run around, look,
quite
little
fun.
squirrel, and you go shoot people with guns and do these little platformy stuff. It's not perfect, but if you like Goat Simulator, then you'll like that game.
I'm intrigued.
Is it on Game Pass?
No,
I'm less intrigued.
but it wasn't. It was not an expensive game. So hang on, let me see if I could get the price off CD keys. Right now, it's £4.50.
Okay.
Ooh.
And its full retail price at the time was £16.80.
Pushing the boat out now.
So yeah, I think that'll do for my list.
No, good. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Right, Pete. Let's crack on, son. What you got?
Well, the 4 that I've kind of rounded myself down that I think should be on. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, I think should be on it.
Yeah, we thought you'd be like, yeah. That's an obvious from you.
I'm going to echo Abby. Helldivers 2 should be on it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Space Marine 2 should be on it.
Okay.
And I will say Balatro should be on it.
I need to play Balatro, because that just sort of came out of nowhere, didn't it?
Yeah, one person made it game.
One
Got nominated
person?
big time in the Game Awards as well.
Jesus.
Yep. It's sold a lot.
Isn't it on Game Pass?
It's not, no.
Oh, I must have imagined that one.
Boo.
I think I got it for like 25% off and paid like £12 for it or something like that.
Okay. But it's quite addictive though, isn't it?
I currently have 96 hours in it.
Jesus
Maybe
Christ.
a little then.
It's because it's so easy to play. You just like, load it up for half an hour for a run, and then turn it off again.
Crazy.
It's
That
very
sounds
easy.
ideal, actually. Like, you've kind of sold me on that now. I wonder if I could play it on the Steam Deck.
It would have to run amazing. If Steam Deck can't run it, then it's a problem with the Steam Deck. Not the game.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to have a look.
Wow. So that's it. Okay, so that's your top.
Yeah, so just the 4. There's another 2 that I would really like on, but we can come back to that. It's fine.
Come back to that. Okay. So should we try and decipher what we think our top 5 will be?
Well, I think we've all put forward Helldivers, haven't we?
We have all
I
put...
didn't say it, but it's implied I would nominate Helldivers, so yep.
Okay. So do we think that that's in our top 5 or our number 1, or should we come back to that one?
Let's just do it for top 5 just now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's argue for bottom up rather than top down.
Okay. So what else? So we've got Helldivers. I'm just going to write these down so I know. So Helldivers 2. Right. And what else have we got? So we've got Space Marines 2 as well.
Probably say that's in our top 5.
Yeah, we're on it.
I think you got two of you there that have been quite yes. Now, I only say Balatro because Pete says it, and then you two are very much like, oh yeah, really need to get onto that. So I don't know what you think.
I don't think that's a guarantee. Just in a
No.
I think looking at some of the other contenders, I'm not 100% sure whether it would make it. Because I haven't played it, but I think Indie should probably be in there.
Yeah,
It's based on what I've heard about it.
I've watched quite a few things on Indie, and yeah, I do think it definitely deserves to be up there.
Okay, Pete.
I'm not against it.
Not against it, but that probably wouldn't be one of your high flyers.
Just kind of bounced off it, so
Yeah. Okay. No, that's fine. That's fine. We'll put it in there. We can come back to it. It's not a problem.
Well, if we've got more than 5, we could just kick one off, can't we?
Yeah, we can bounce it. That's not a problem.
We're trying to get like a general top 5.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, so I had a lot of games, and now I've mixing my head up. So what else have we got? What else we got? We're thinking.
Well, I think I'm the only one that's played Astrobot.
But I know you're the only one that's played it, but I think it still deserves to be in there because it is the game of the year, and I've heard nothing but positives. And it's sorry.
I was just going to say, I've seen plenty of videos of it, and does look very good.
It runs so well as well. We had 0 issues with it, and you can just see how much like love and like care has gone into making it. There's so many like Easter eggs and little details. Like you see a lot of like half-assed attempts at games nowadays. And yeah, Astrobot is just in a league of its own almost, it feels.
It's also a game that I'm willing to buy the console for.
Yeah.
I must admit, there isn't that many PlayStation games I'd get, but Astrobot would definitely be one of them.
Yeah. I'd quite happily buy the console just to play that game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
How many have we got so far?
4. I've got 4, so let's go through a couple more that we've sort of said. To Abby, what were your sort of main ones that you mentioned? Helldivers, Space Marines, and Astrobot. Were those the only ones?
I had Black Myth Wukong as well, but I'd be quite happy to leave that off, to be honest.
I'll put that down on the bottom just in case. Okay. Jacob, what were some of yours again?
I don't want to be a sellout. I did say Black Ops 6. It was a good game, but...
Is it a top 5 game?
No! It's a good game, but it's not a top 5 game.
Right, we'll leave that. We'll leave that out then. We'll leave that out. I'm going to put here Final Fantasy VII Rebirth as well.
I would like that in top 5.
Yeah,
I think that's fair. Yeah.
I only think again because even though it's not my type of game, I heard nothing but positives about it.
I've seen nothing but good stuff about it.
Yeah.
And I must admit, if I had the time, is it just a PlayStation game or is it on PC as well?
It's coming to PC like this month, I think.
All right. Maybe I still need to play the first one. So
You should play the first one first, to be fair.
yeah. So if I had the time, then yeah, I definitely would play that. So it's like Spider-Man. I wait for that for about a year for it to come onto PC. So yeah, I'd be happy to see Final Fantasy on there.
Yeah. Okay. Any more of yours again, Pete? Sorry, just that we haven't mentioned.
No, I think I mentioned all 4. Why not?
Okay. So, in a top 5 rolling at the moment, I've got Helldivers 2, Space Marine 2, Indiana Jones, Astrobot, and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
So we've got our top 5.
We've got our top 5.
Woo!
Are we all happy with our top 5?
I'm okay with that, yeah.
Yeah?
I could live with it.
Now, is the important thing. Do we want to keep it as just a top 5 2024, or do we want to quickly discuss what we believe should be the game of the year?
Well, we could say like what our personal game of the year out of that list is. Like, we don't have to
No, that's fair.
have it a podcast game of the year, do we?
No, that is fair. That is fair. So, I'm going to put people on the spot, and I'm just going to go, Pete, our list. What is your game of the year 2024 from our list?
It's Helldivers. I think it's everyone else's as well.
Oh, wow, that's very sort of controversial. Do you think that? Let's see what people think. Jacob, what is your 2024 game of the year?
All great nominations, but there's only one game that allows you to do an important task, and that is to spread democracy.
That's two. Do we have nearly a unanimous one with Abby? What's your game of the year 2024?
My game of the year for 2024 is Helldivers 2.
Well,
Got off to a little bit of a rocky start, I think, like all the issues with the PlayStation Network,
yeah.
all the issues around nerfing a lot of weapons, but to be fair to them, they are sort of constantly trying to improve. They undid a lot of unpopular decisions, and they just keep putting out more content in the Galactic War. So it's one of the games that I have played. Like, I don't think there's any games I've played recently for a year straight.
Yeah, I know what you mean. We do revisit it, but no, brilliant. Brilliant.
I felt bad because like a lot of the Sony stuff was obviously decisions above their head.
Yeah.
But the balancing did get very, very bad.
Yeah, that's definitely on them. The PSN stuff, not so much.
Yeah, like around May, June, the balancing was very bad. It just seemed to players are using this a lot. Oh, we're just going to nerf that then.
Yeah, it did get really frustrating, didn't it?
Yeah. But they have turned it around since.
In other news as well, talking about the whole pushing the PSN, the backlash that it faced, now Sony is rolling back on some other PC games of not requiring a PSN account.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Really?
Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So the recent ones are, was it Spider-Man 2, Horizon Zero Dawn Remastered, and God of War Ragnarok, and Last of Us Part 2.
Okay.
Which, to be fair, is pretty much the main output for the past couple of years.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. So, well, that's all fun. So basically, I'll make it unanimous. Yes, that will be my number one as well. Helldivers 2, to be honest. For me, it was, again, very, very close, whether it was Indie or Helldivers. But as you say, Helldivers just been one that you just go back to all the time. So, all fun. So it's not only our individuals, but it is also the Junk Crouch podcast game of the year, Helldivers 2.
And conveniently, it's the centre image on the thumbnail.
Boom!
Perfect.
Who'd have thought?
Absolutely.
It's a fix.
So,
I call bullshit.
so with that ending,
Recount.
with that, that's
It's rigged.
It's a Scottish recount, is it? I'll tell you. Okay. On that note, then, before we get political, that is it for this week's Jump Crash podcast. We will be back in 2 weeks' time as part of our Game Blast weekend. We'll be doing podcast and we'll be having a quiz. So, as I said earlier, please come and join us and listen and watch, because we'll be on cameras and such things and that as well. Lots of games to be played. I say there's the three of us here, or four of us here. Pete will be dropping in and out of it through the day. We'll have Tony. He's going to be our main fourth for it all. It's going to be lots of fun. So please come and join us. Come and watch. Come and talk to us. Donate if you can, if you want to, that would be great. We would love it. But other than that, that's it from us. So as you've heard it here, Helldivers 2 is our Game of the Year 2024. We thank you very much for listening, and we will see you next time. Say bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
I'm good.
Skull and Bones get robbed.